loud. Simple people acting so proud, proud. I hear them talking about us. Yeah,
Got brand new music we're going to be laying out to you folks. From our friend Sweet Angel. She's got a brand new tune. We're going to be laying it out there for you here in a little while. We're going to have a conversation first with her. And, so she has some friends and family here with her, so that'll be good. So, we've got a fine time in here. Wally's in the house. I believe Mr. Seligman will be here before too long, too. I think we have a full house of folks in here this evening. It'll be a fun time. It's going to be a great time this evening. It's an evening with Sweet Angel that'll be getting started here before too terribly long. All the way to get us music from Betty Turner and Cash McCall. Those two guys, a great record here. It's a man down there. We'll also hear Marble Blue here in just a bit. 61 Ghosts is where it's at right now. We have Tears for Dirt as we get into the Booze and Blues right here at Radio Memphis. Well, down in Tunica. This is when is this? The 26th? Is that right?
Saturday
the 26th at the Shark Bar there in Tunica. That'll
Mr. Craig Harris, thank you so much for giving your girl this opportunity. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, this is going to be.
I got my whole family in town. They're ready for it.
Oh, this will be a fine time down there. Doors at 8, shows at around 10. It says here, $15 before 9, $20 after 9. So you're going to want to get there before 9 o'clock. There you go. Saturday night, March 26th. Sweet Angel and the Sweet Angel Band and everybody involved with that.
Yes, indeed, the Angelettes. You remember those Angelettes, don't you?
Who does?
Say hey.
Say hey. Last time you were down here, we were talking about you going solo on your own too, and you were like, "Yeah, you're ready to do it."
Right. I am definitely working on it, but COVID definitely put a.
COVID kind of slowed everything down, didn't it?
Yes, COVID stopped everything. So I'm working on it now, just developing the type of sound that I want and. What type of artist I really want to be. So I'm still working with it.
You're going to be a fine artist, I can tell you that right now.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, let's get into it. Here it is. It's the, we're going to have you introduce it through the little thing that you sent.
Yeah, let Sweet Angel do that.
Let Sweet Angel handle that right here.
This is Sweet Angel. Keep it locked and loaded right here, because coming up next is my new single, Do Wrong. Ah, so you've been messing around, and you thought I didn't know. Well, listen to me. Oh, I wrote this. You thought you had a plan, but that woman, you got bad luck. Lord have mercy. If you don't cheat, at least cheat up. I guess you're getting your groove back. Can't be nothing else. I ain't gotta get my groove back. Mine ain't never left.
How about that?
How about that? Nice. What a fantastic tune. It is a great groove.
Yeah, I love that.
You got a lot of horns happening there. You got a lot happening there.
It's a lot happening. It's a lot happening. That's what I told my band and my vocalist. I'm like, y'all ready for it? Omar, the writer and producer, he said, you're going to have to have about 12 background singers on that one.
Yeah, you need a choir nearly.
I'm saying everybody gonna have to fill in, get in where they can fit in. So,
that's the way it works. I can see that on stage being quite the tune.
Yeah, it like I said, the message of it, you ain't gonna do wrong to me. I think I'm not gonna do wrong to you. So it's just a matter. It's just the way it's laid out. I
can see your audience just eating this up. You've come a long way since 2007 when you put out the first record.
Yeah, boy, you know too much about me. I'm gonna have to.
Like I said, I'm a fan.
Wow, amazing! I would have had to think about that. When did my first cut come out?
I think it was 07.
It is. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You got it.
Another man's meat on my plate.
Oh, look at you now. Shh.
You don't shy away from your past, do you?
No, I don't. It's the real deal.
And there was some really fun stuff that you were doing too.
Yeah, the real deal. Absolutely. But I think this is one of my favorites. I didn't write it, but it's one of my favorites. Like I said, it's a good message and a good groove. Know, even before I say anything, the groove just gets you. And that's another thing that gets me too when the song first comes on. If that song comes on and I'm like, I like that. What is that? You got it. You got one.
So who's in the front row typically at your shows? Which, are they single women that are sitting up there? Or are there a bunch of guys up there? What makes up your audience?
Yeah, when it comes to audiences, y'all already know the majority of seats sold is the ladies. It's the ladies. I have a lot of female fans, and that's a great thing. So, I think.
Well, yeah, because you speak to them specifically about things that they understand and what they've gone through.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's a good thing. My husband always told me, if you get the ladies on board with you, you got something.
Oh yeah.
Especially as a female artist, sometimes it's harder to get the females going.
There's a sense of empowerment there, and that's the cool thing, and it's that the connection that an artist can get with their audience, if you can find that niche that you're looking for.
Right.
Is like they understand not only what you're singing but who you are. And you become like this person they can relate to. Say, I can be like this too.
Yeah.
I can have that same message too.
Absolutely.
That carries with me. It could be about anything.
That's my song, girl. That's my song.
Yeah, that's my song. Yeah, that's you hear that. And that was written about me. I know what that's about.
Yeah, that's it. That one got me through some things, girl. I'm telling you. I love that.
Sure.
I love that. So yeah, it makes all the difference in the world.
So when you're up on stage, that's what you're looking at. You see that.
Well, I really don't look. I don't know how many artists really just look at the people. I look around the people because you can get distracted so fast.
Oh, big time, yeah.
So I try to stay focused, but I see it, but I don't see. So
one of the tricks I've learned is that you look at the back wall because it looks like you make eye contact with everybody.
Yeah, I look around, but I don't hold too long because a lot of people actually try to start holding a conversation with you when you turn around and say, hey girl. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm working.
That's awesome.
Working, so. And especially before the show, I know a lot of times we get ready to set up, and they'll come up to the stage while we're setting up, or I'm checking my horn or whatever, and they'll be like, I'm so and so. Remember me? Say shout out to me when you get up there when you sing it, girl.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, bye. 2 seconds later, I have already forgotten the name because you're thinking about this, you're thinking about that. And like,
you got a lot going on when you get ready to go on. Especially
yeah.
As a prolific horn player that you are, you were just saying you got into a whole bunch of different saxophones
big
along the
word.
way. You're like the way a guitarist is with a room full of guitars, but you're that way with saxophones.
Yeah, so busy. But I'm still trying to find that right person to write me that great song for my horn.
This guy right here, Wally can do it.
There he is.
He's right here. He'll have it written by the time you leave here tonight.
I gotta get Wally's number because I want
Wally's
something that I can show out on that saxophone with. So that's the next thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Y'all, we actually did a whole jazz show. Was it last year?
It was last year.
Wow. We were in Texarkana, Texas. We did an entire jazz show, me and the band.
Really?
And my very first time, I've played a tuna here, but a whole hour, almost 2 hours of jazz, which was a lot of fun. And I'm like, I could do this. I could do this all the time.
Yeah, jazz is it's so far removed from, R&B and soul and everything else that you've done.
But, as a musician, it's like you do it all, if I was in the normal band and back in the day where you learn different forms of music.
Yeah.
So, you get to experience all of that. And when we did that, I'm like, I could really get used to this almost. But,
it's just I think I can get
the bluesy vibe just got that punch for me though. It just when you deliver the message, what better way is
But jazz has its place.
But I did more of we were kind of doing like a funk jazz kind of thing. We kind of sauced up every selection that we did. We just put our own little spice to it because I have a rowdy crew. My band is just a rowdy crew. They love to spice it up. So it was a lot of fun. It was like, wow, we really did that. When I got contacted, it was actually someone in the Southern Soul side of things that contacted me and said that this gentleman, he has a winery. He's looking for someone to do a jazz show. And I'm like, really? Okay. She said, but you're the only person I can think of. You play sax. And I told him you could do it. And I'm like, okay, and we got busy. We started working and rehearsing, and bam, there we go.
Were you jumping in like some of the standards and stuff? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, we did, you know, a few of the standards like Wine Light, you know, we did, you know, it was a nice setting, and they enjoyed the whole show. And Mattie showed out too. She did her smooth, I always call her, I said, you'll take any song and she'll put her smooth groove on it. But she did
Do Me Baby.
Melissa Morgan, Do Me Baby.
Yeah.
It was so pretty, and then I come in with my saxophone. It was just an amazing experience. Man, it was awesome.
We had to work with family too. That's even better.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
don't have to pay them as much.
Oh, wow. I wish that was the case.
You got to put her under contract, you see. Don't take any lip from her.
I wish that was the case. It's like, she's watching to see what contracts come through. What we got going on?
Yeah, well, we got to build the agenda here too. We got to get the show on. So I would imagine, like, well, of course, you got this one that's coming up Saturday, but you know, with spring and summer, that's festival time,
it's going to start getting busier. You know, a lot of folks, like I said, they're waiting in the wind a little big, but hey, I think they're going to go ahead and open up those doors and gates and get ready to make it happen.
Oh, I think so. There's more and more of it that's starting to come back around.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of the venues are really starting to get busy again, which
and
is,
we just spoke it out into the air, so
there is something to that. You know,
I believe it.
You hope the universe is listening.
I believe it.
It's the old thing about there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Let's hope it's not a train. You know, that kind of thing.
Listen for the horn.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of which, I'm going to pause here. I got to grab this commercial break, and when we come back, I've got a couple of tunes queued up.
Great.
From the catalog that we have here from you.
Okay.
One of which is Blow That Thing.
Oh yeah, that's always a good one.
Yes. And when people look at it, they go, Blow that. What is she talking about?
Oh my goodness.
No, none of that.
Oh my
Then
goodness.
again, maybe. And then Angel Sings the Blues.
Hello.
I want to do both of those, and we'll come back and chat some more.
Sounds like a plan.
Can you guys hang out?
Oh yeah, we're here.
Right on. Sweet Angel and family here in the studio. We'll be back with more with them up out of the break. Here is your evening news from our friends at FSN.
From Feature Story News in Washington,
Now there it is. Sweet Angel. Angel Sings the Blues here at Radio Memphis and the Booze and Blues ahead of that Blow That Thing, which got Wally's wheels turning over there too.
Oh yeah.
He's thinking for you. He's going to have something written for you here before 2:30.
I'm excited. We're gonna touch base this week. Yes, we are.
Yeah, it's
see what we can do with that.
One of the things that you very well know this, an artist that's been around the block a time or two, you're always thinking, always trying to find that next thing.
Be innovative and you know keep the hype going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have my moments though, you know, when I'm not as actively thinking about the new material, but once that song was presented to me, now I got that fever all over again. You know, you get right on it because
So
of
kinda
course
comes in waves with
these
you,
last few days, since I don't have a secretary, you know, it was all in my hands to get everything out to everybody, and you're getting all these calls, and you're like, hey, I gotta get that new one, I gotta get that. So we're like, we've been busy, and it's like, okay, now I remember the part about releasing the new stuff is that you have to go through all of this too. So
yeah, the business of show business is a whole different animal.
It's the business of show business is a non-stop business, so it's like you have to keep it going, which I understand that, but man, I'm
the performance is what, about 2% of everything that you do.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into that, of course.
And the you know what they call the background work of everything.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what's going on in the background, but that's how it
putting
all
the show
happens.
together, getting the venue, getting the pricing right, getting the money right, and hopefully selling enough tickets to make it worthwhile, dealing with guarantees. I mean,
Lots
there's a
of things.
million things.
Oh yeah.
And on top of that, then there's the whole publishing and the copyright and all of that that goes with it.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. So, you know, it's been a busy first few months of the year, but I'm excited about, like I said, I'm thinking 2022 is about to be.
I think it's going to be a good year, especially the
a
last
good
half
move for
of this
everybody.
year. I
So
think it's going to be really.
Everybody look alive. Get out there. Get back on social media. Get busy. You know, I know everybody's exhausted of seeing Sweet Angel today on Facebook, and Mark sent me about the radio show tonight, and I'm like, I'm just spreading the word. So it's like, y'all.
Well, you have to.
Get ready for it.
You almost have to beat somebody over the head with a skillet to get their attention sometimes. Because everybody is flooded with all sorts of things that are happening.
Yeah.
And, this past, couple of years with this pandemic, there's been a lot of people that have just been sitting on their butt, trying to figure out what they were going to do or how they were going to do it or whether they wanted to get back into it at all.
Right. Just the fear of, like, what's going to happen next. But, it's worth it. When you have that love for music, you don't stop. You might pause for a moment, but it's always something like, oh, I like that sound. That gives me a good feeling. I'm going to get back in here and do whatever I can do to make it happen. So
during the lockdown, where you were talking about you playing around with the different horns, so you were playing constantly then around the house, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying out different horns. I had this little, I have my music YouTube channel, and I was just testing out Amazon horns. Actually, is what I was doing. The horns that you can buy from Amazon, to see if the quality of them were just as good as my Cannonball, which, in actuality, they're not, for the long haul.
Sure.
But, when you're looking at students, a lot of people really appreciated me testing them out because they said, is this worth me buying, my kid here to see if they can, do something with it? Of course they are. But so that's what I was doing basically, and just trying out, those little things.
So like these really cool unboxing things.
Yes.
Hey,
but trying to be innovative with the music thing. So that's what it was all about, to get you some views over there. It was quiet with the shows, but I had to kind of do some things. And then we did the jazz show, and it was one of the selections that required a tenor saxophone, which I hadn't played tenor in years, which, when I say I can play 15 different woodwind instruments, when you play one, you can just about play them all.
Right.
But when I did the tenor, I was like, oh my gosh, I hadn't played it since junior high school, and that was 101 years ago. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It was a little bit different, sure, and everything. I was like, wow, this is interesting. But
yeah, it's a bigger mouthpiece, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Is you're an alto player? Is that right?
I'm an alto. I prefer alto just because, smaller, but that tenor, I was like, wow, I really got to get this. And my fingers were trying to stretch, and I have little pinkies, and I'm like, wow, can I get to this E flat? I was like working it. I was really working it hard, but I made it through it. I was like, yeah, I could do this. But that's the reason why I ventured on doing some things like that. But I didn't think it was going to get a lot of views. But I think a couple of those got, into maybe 10,000 views on it, because people were really interested in the horns that they had. So it's just something to do.
Well, it's providing a service too, like you said. I mean, there was a lot of people that watch this and go, yeah, my kid is interested in learning sax, and got to spend that money because schools aren't loading instruments out anymore. So is it worth spending several $100?
Yeah, they're only like a couple $100, like $250. You could get
the Amazon brand, the Amazon pick or whatever it is.
Different little brands out there. So that was just fun.
We need to get you an endorsement. That's what
I really wanted to.